Hello and welcome to the channel. Nigeria's secret police, the Department of State Services (DSS), which is not so secret anymore, has raided the home of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) former chairman, Abdulrasheed Bawa. This is in connection with the allegations of impropriety leveled against the former EFCC boss and his alleged lack of cooperation. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. DSS combs Bawa's Abuja home, extends probe to associates. Operatives of the Department of State Services have conducted a search of the Abuja home and office of the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Abdulrasheed Bawa. The Punch learned that the secret police also during the week invited Bawa's close associates in the EFCC for questioning over alleged mismanagement, misappropriation, and diversion of proceeds of sold assets forfeited to the EFCC. However, when contacted on Wednesday to speak on the development, the spokesperson for the DSS, Dr. Peter Funanya, said no comments. Bawa, who is currently being held in the custody of the DSS Yellow House, Abuja, is being probed for alleged financial impropriety as EFCC helmsman. President Bola Tinubu had on June 14 suspended Bawa as EFCC chairman indefinitely, following which the DSS picked him up. The Punch reliably gathered that the search on his Gwarimpa home in Abuja was carried out on Saturday in the presence of his wife and children. An impeccable source privy to the operation noted that Bawa's office was also searched on the same day by another set of DSS operatives who presented a search warrant. DSS operatives stormed the EFCC headquarters in Jabi on Saturday to search the office of the suspended chairman, but they presented a search warrant. Another set of DSS operatives also searched Bawa's home in Gwarimpa, and they met his wife and children in the house during the search. Bawa's close associates at the office were also invited for questioning this week, and they are being probed on allegations of mismanagement, misappropriation, and diversion of proceeds, forfeited assets sold under Bawa's watch, the source said. A government source who also pleaded anonymity, however, said the DSS had yet to file charges against the embattled EFCC boss as investigation was still ongoing. The DSS is yet to charge him to court because they are still carrying out their investigation to get enough evidence to help their case. The spokesperson for the EFCC, Wilson Uwujaren, did not respond to an inquiry by our correspondent on Wednesday over the developments. Meanwhile, the DSS had obtained an ex parte order to extend Bawa's detention in their facility while they continue with the investigation. Speaking to one of our correspondents, a government source said the move by the DSS was to deter Bawa from filing lawsuits to challenge his detention. Meanwhile, the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdulrasheed Bawa, who is still in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS), has refused to write statement at the secret police facility. Bawa told investigators that the DSS had no right to detain him without charges, hence his refusal to write any statement in custody. Bawa has been in detention along with Godwin Emefiele, the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, since they were suspended from their respective offices by the President Bola Tinubu's administration over corruption allegations and abuse of office. On Wednesday, Bawa had refused to cooperate with DSS investigators, protesting against his detention without charges. The detained EFCC chairman has refused to write statements. He told DSS they have no right to detain him without charges. He was also accused of shielding former governor of Zamfara, Abdulaziz Yari, while helping him to hunt down his opponents, one of the sources revealed. So far, since his detention, he has vehemently refused to cooperate with DSS investigators, another top source noted. Last Thursday, Emefiele named Bawa as an accomplice in the Naira redesign scam that rocked the country some months ago. Bawa's invitation and grilling by the DSS came days after Emefiele was arrested and flown from Lagos to Abuja to also face interrogations over alleged corruption and abuse of office. On November 23, 2022, then-President Muhammadu Buhari, alongside Emefiele, unveiled new Naira notes in denominations of 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira. Emefiele insisted that the old notes would cease to be legal tender from January 31, 2023. Addressing journalists after the event, Emefiele insisted that the move was not targeted at anyone, as there were speculations that the move was pushed by the cabal in the presidency and targeted at preventing Bola Tinubu, then presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, from winning the February 25, 2023 poll. The policy caused Nigerians untold hardship due to the scarcity of Naira notes, with the CBN unable to meet the demand for new notes. The policy led to a cash crisis and long queues at banks and ATMs. Emefiele, who is currently cooling his feet in the cell of the DSS, is the reason why the EFCC chairman has been detained overnight. Emefiele, who is cooperating with the DSS, claimed that Bawa was the one who raised the memo to former President Muhammadu Buhari, asking that the Naira should be redesigned to stem money laundering during the 2023 election, a top source had revealed. Bawa confronted him that he, Emefiele, and the former Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, were the ones that came to him to raise the memo because they suspected Tinubu had warehouses stuffed with Naira notes, the source had added. In February and March, Nigerians were subjected to extreme difficulty with the Naira redesign and cashless policy due to the scarcity of the new Naira notes. To make matters worse, Emefiele had refused to heed a Supreme Court ruling which made the old notes legal tender till December 31st, before former President Buhari distanced himself from the disobedience to the court order. Sahara reporters had earlier reported that Emefiele was suspended, sequel to the ongoing investigation of his office and the planned reforms in the financial sector of the economy, according to a release by Willie Bassi, the Director, Information for the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. Sahara reporters in February reported how the DSS attempted to arrest Emefiele, but the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, shielded him by providing soldiers to guard his residence and home. The DSS had said it intensified its investigations in order to arrest and prosecute Emefiele on allegations of reason financing and fraud. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.